Hey everyone, we're out here at the range. We just finished up a live fire session. Just started raining and shut us down. But we wanted to take a minute, shoot a quick video, and talk to you about the advantages of the parallel bar trigger from Pressure Brake. So one of the big things that you need to understand about trigger operation and about increasing your consistency is your body has built-in sensory system. In particular, what we're talking about with this trigger is we're talking about mechanoreceptors. So what a mechanoreceptor is it's basically a nerve ending that allows you to feel pressure change. And you have mechanoreceptors all throughout your body. Well, it just so happens that you have a cluster of mechanoreceptors in the pad of the index finger. The reason that you know this intuitively is because anytime you go to feel a surface, you actually intuitively use your index finger to feel the surface, not something like your thumb. Well, as far as getting good consistent trigger operation, which is huge to increasing your consistency in this game, we wanted to do something that would allow the shooter to have more sensory information so they could understand the trigger press better and create more consistency. The way we accomplish that is by putting two parallel bars on the face of the trigger. You'll see that as we focus in on that, what we're looking at is two distinct points of contact that the finger pad can now find and can balance. One of the things that we understand about mechanoreceptors is that in order to get maximum mechanoreceptor stimulation, what has to happen is whatever your finger pad touches needs to be deformed by the surface area. And so if the surface area does not deform the skin, you're not going to get maximum mechanoreceptor stimulation. So if we look at a traditional trigger, most triggers are convex, flat in nature. The design of the trigger does not allow shooters to have the maximum amount of information that they could have. So when you run this trigger, the first thing that you're going to notice is that when I come onto the trigger, when I touch the trigger, immediately, because the trigger actually is deforming the skin, I'm getting maximum information so I can understand the trigger press. What do we mean about understanding the trigger press? First of all, if you take a look right there, you'll see just by touching the trigger face, right, I'm getting those distinct ridges that are cutting right into the skin of the finger pad. So, understanding the trigger press, number one, what I'm able to do is I'm able to use those 2 points of contact and understand that I have equal pressure across the face of the trigger, so that as I begin the press, I can be confident that the pressure is distributed equally across the face, so I'm not pushing or pulling one direction or the other. Number two is as I begin to press the trigger to the rear, I'm able to feel the pressure change through the ridges. And so through those parallel bars, I'm able to more finitely control the press, so I'm able to have a more consistent press. So when I come up, I immediately understand, my body understands, and the neurology that's being communicated understands that I now have more information. That information translates into greater consistency. We've had this trigger out now for a while. We've had multiple shooters for multiple disciplines, multiple applications running the trigger. Everybody who's currently running the trigger, the first thing they say is, can I get another one? And the second thing that they all talk about is, regardless of their level of experience, they all report increased consistency. And their preference immediately is, I prefer this over anything else out there on the market because it does give me an edge. It gives me a competitive edge because I actually have more information to process and to better understand what's actually happening. And as we all know, that results in greater consistency downrange. From everyone here at Pressure Brake, we want to thank you for taking the time to look at this video. Please visit our website, www.pressure-brake.com, for more information and to pick up your parallel bar trigger for Glock's Generation 1 through 4 handguns.